What's up guys, Danny from Dan's Reptiles, and I better hurry up because it's gonna rain. But in this video I'm going to show you what you do when you bath your snakes. So you can do this for several reasons, just because you want to get them, have a nice clean skin, if you want to clean all the poo off them or dirt. Also do it for stuck shed or if they're not actually pooing. So there's a few reasons there. There's a few different techniques you can do. I'll get back this side so you can actually see. We use Striker, who's actually got a bit of stuck shed, and enjoy. So what you want to do first is just fill up a tub. I usually just use this because this is mainly for Crystal as well, because it's big enough for her. So we'll use Striker as I said. So fill up the water with a bit of warmish cold water, not too hot, not too cold. If it gets too cold, I'm just going to put some water that I can get from the tap. It's a bit warmer because you don't want to freeze the snake. You don't want to overheat the snake from hot water as well, or burner. See how the lizards are going out here during the weather. There's Dwayne out and about. Whitey's just vibing over there. And there's Maximus. He's doing his own thing, her thing. Alright, so I'll stop the water there and we'll show you what. Now that the water is at a nice temp for them, go and put your snake in. Yes, snakes can swim if you guys didn't know that. Put her in nice and slow. And so different techniques are for different things for when it comes to snakes and what you want to do. So if it's for stuck shed, like what, so it's only a little bit here, like what Striker's got here. I'm just doing just water, because then what the water will do, it'll expand the scales and make the skin that little bit softer. Well, it won't really expand the scales, but it's mainly for the scales to become that extra bit of like moisture for the scales, and it'll allow it to just fall off nicely compared to when the snake is dry. This actually gets to show you how nice of a coloration pattern Striker has. But when it comes to like a full shed, if the snake's not having its full shed, what I like to do, because I had to experience that with my albino Darwin. I've never experienced it with my spotted or my diamond. So albino Darwin I used to have, named Pastel. I used to use oil and sugar, so they're good for both really bad stuck shed and that main reason for the oil and sugar, like so just olive oil and just spoons of actual sugar and mix it around. And what that will do, this is mainly for if they won't poo. So what the oil does, I can't exactly remember, but when they're together it allows the snake to relax. It actually helps the snake poo, and every time that I've ever had a reptile in that mixture of just water, bits of oil and sugar, they just let loose, and that was it. Because my albino Darwin had a lot of problems, and then I put her in that and she pooed, and then a few days later a complete shed came off, which was great. But I'm just doing this for Striker, just so I can get that little patch off his head, and so I can show you guys what I do. So I'm just trying to keep Striker and this part of his body submerged. It just kind of is a bit difficult because it's right near his head, and obviously he wants to get out. And I do warn you guys, sometimes with your snakes, obviously they don't want to be in the water. Sometimes, like what you can tell, Striker doesn't want to be in the water. Sometimes they will actually nip you. I've had a nip from Crystal once because she didn't want to be in the water, and I kept trying to keep her in there. Crystal, I've never really had to put her in a bath for stuck shed. Mainly I just do it just so I can clean her off, because she likes to slither past whenever she poos. And then she gave me a nice little love bite. But yeah. So after about 5-10 minutes of Striker being in the water, I'll show you what to do with their stuck shed. It's now been about 10 minutes. And as you can see, I'll bring him out so he can calm down a bit. I'm trying to find that shed spot. As you can see there, you can clearly see it. What I like to do is, you don't pick at it. You never pick at a snake's scale, because sometimes it won't be ready and you can actually peel off the scale or hurt the snake. What I like to do, I just rub my finger on it. And as you can see, it literally just comes peeling off. You can only really do this when the scales are nice and moist like this. Never just then roll that way, and just a bit of finger rolling, nice and gentle. If you see the snake flinching and all that, it means you're going too hard. And there's a great example. Sorry, it's hard to film and do this with one hand, but right there, you can see the scales just the stuck shed just comes right off after just doing that with your fingers. So what you do, I'll just do it with that, you just rub slowly and really gently, and eventually the scales just come straight off, like so. I'm not going to pick at it, but sometimes the scales, like the stuck shed, won't come off, and that just means it's obviously a lot more stuck than usual. Obviously this is just only a little bit of stuck shed from his shed. As you can see, it's only tiny. But if you're worried about it, just constantly do it every day or so if you really want, just 10 minutes. It also helps if your snake's not pooing. And so stuck shed, pooing, and yeah, it's really good. Nice. It also keeps your snakes nice and clean if you just rub around like this. So you put him in the water, wherever it's dirty, let's say it's just here, just use your finger and rub against it and it should just come straight off. I bath my snakes quite frequently just because it keeps that nice colour on them and allows the shed to come straight off, as you can see. Oh, where did he just whack it to? Just from him slithering around. It's a bit of scale on my finger. I'll put it here so you got on my fingernail there. As you can see, it's coming straight off just from him slithering around in the bath. But yeah, I hope you guys found this video useful. If not, oh well. It's another video to the list that I can say I've done. If you guys want more info on stuck shed or when your snake's not pooing, just comment down below. Hopefully I can help you guys out, because I've had the problem as well, and after using the trick of the oil and sugar, especially when the snakes don't poo, when you don't want them to, or when you want them to, sorry, it works like a charm. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please hit that like button, comment down below, and I'll talk to you all later.